Good morning, everyone. We are currently on our 7th week here in Colorado. We weren't expecting to spend this much time here, but we have been waiting patiently for our new RV to be completed. Today we're in Silverton, and we spent the night just outside at this free National Forest campground. It's called Kendall Camping Area. And it was beautiful. It has a pit toilet. We're right on Mineral Creek right behind us, so we got to listen to that great ambient noise all night. And it was freezing last night.
It was freezing. It was really easy to find to get in off of the main road.
Off the main road, the $1 Million Highway.
It was a beautiful drive. We were driving right during golden hour. And we popped right in here, plenty of spaces. It was really, really beautiful.
This is what all campgrounds should be like. Free, toilet, right on the water, beauty, and just plenty of space. This is an awesome area.
Yeah, if I were to count them quick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... There might be upwards of 15 since there's some I'm probably missing.
So there's 15 in this main area.
In my vision.
And then there's probably another dozen or a couple dozen all around. So there's plenty of free camping around here. It's great.
Yeah, it was perfect for us. It's really nice to have that toilet. We are just taking off to go on a hike. So we only did a partial setup last night, which was just the tent. And it makes such a world of difference how easy it is.
Way easier.
Way easier. The downside is we didn't have a hot dinner last night or a hot breakfast this morning. So, you gotta do one of those. We had rice cakes and peanut butter for breakfast.
So I'm super stoked about this trailhead today and this hike because we get to park right downtown Silverton and we get to go 3,000 feet up Kendall Peak and a little bit around the top, and then we get to come back down and we get to have a cheeseburger.
We get to eat cheeseburgers.
Right in town. Right in town. This is going to be great. We don't have to drive way far out to a trailhead or anything like that. It's just going to be a fun twofer. We get to go on this great big hike, and then we get to explore Silverton when we get back.
Yes, I love twofers. It's going to be fun. It's a great little town. There's lots of shops, lots of touristy things. We could easily kill a few hours walking around down here after the Burglar.
Yeah, and that camp that we just came from was 2.5 miles. It was less than 10 minutes here.
We could have walked here in an hour.
We could have stayed there and started our hike from there if we really wanted to push the miles out. But
yeah, I think that highway, that's the only unattractive thing is you're walking right on that highway.
For sure.
But it could be done.
Absolutely. All right, let's gear up and get up that mountain.
We are feeling spicy today. So it's going to be a fun one, isn't it? The sunshine's coming.
Yeah, it's cold and hot at the same time.
I'm going to have to take my hat and jacket off.
I think that's the peak we're going up right there.
Oh, nice. Cool.
So this trail is just a couple blocks off town. It's a OHV route and it heads up Kendall Mountain there. So this should be interesting.
First I had to make a pit stop at the farmer's market. I couldn't resist popping in there. And we got a loaf of artisan bread, jalapeno cheddar. That was my one purchase. Luckily we're right next to the truck. Popped it in there and now we're on our way.
And we start the slow descent up 3,000 feet. Looks like this is just a gravel road, but the elevation, which is around 13,000 feet at the top, and the actual elevation of the climb, which is about 3,000 feet.
I didn't know it was 13-ish at the top.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a 13er.
Wow.
It's a little mountain. So, see you up the trail. And there's all of Silverton. Pretty good view, and we just started up the hike. It's kind of cool to see the city from above. I better catch up. Well, we tried to save you guys the labor pains and just deliver the baby here at top. We're not quite to the top of Kendall Peak here, but we just went straight up this Jeep road. It was about 3,000 feet elevation. It took us just under 2 hours, and it's 5 miles.
Pure climb.
Straight up.
Pure incline. None of the nice like variety ups and downs that makes a hike really pleasant and enjoyable. Straight up.
Yeah, and you can kind of see just the beauty. I mean, this trail just goes, there's one that goes up higher, but this is the one that we came from all the way down to Silverton, and it's been absolutely amazing. We passed a couple vehicles, trucks, some off-road side-by-side razors, and like a Jeep, and all of them just looked at us like we were nut jobs, because this is like a jeeping trail that you take, you know, you drive whatever 45 minutes to the top, and then they see us hiking up this thing. And so
the Jeep was actually very kind, and they stopped and they asked to make sure I had enough water with me, which I do.
And you weren't like deranged and just wandering around lost?
They were. The woman in the passenger seat was looking at me like I was a nutso.
Yeah, it's been fun. But one mistake we made was, you know, we didn't have our camp chef out as we were, you know, boondocking for the night. So we had, what did we have? Rice cakes and peanut butter for breakfast. You know, it's almost 1 o'clock right now, and real food sounds pretty good.
Hot food. You know, tent camping really has made me appreciate hot food. I am never gonna eat another granola bar. Just kidding, I will, but I'm not gonna be like, I'm granola barred out, let's just say that.
Yeah, for sure. And right behind us here is a mine that we haven't checked out yet that I want to look at. It was surprisingly, as we came around this corner here, we saw it, and these always kind of freak me out a little bit.
I know, I kind of want to stop right here.
I don't know why, but they're just like, you can definitely see there's like, I am totally not getting any closer to that. There's like,
I know.
There's like an open hole in there. I've seen way too many scary movies to stick my head in that thing. What about you, Chris?
I told you, I'm not
She's not even going out there. She's even worried more than I am. Pretty cool. I don't know if that's I almost fell walking backwards. I don't know if that's a bear cave or a mountain lion lives in there, or an old time miner, but we're gonna head back down.
Yeah, so the walk down should be, I don't want to say enjoyable, because straight decline is also hard on like your knees and your back and stuff. Watch out for that puddle.
I got it.
But it should be faster, much faster pace. And it'll be a change of pace. So we're excited to switch it up, reverse down, and then get back into that cute little town and explore. You know, the hiking has really gotten us out and seeing not only the beauty in the land, but also these little towns that we're trying to find trailheads by. So it's just been an overall really awakening experience to deepen our love for hiking.
You might be wondering what's the deal with the 5 miles we're stopping at and turning back around. Well, we have our good friends Jeff and Deb, who we hiked up Mount Elbert with, and they have a rule that we like to adapt and maybe incorporate a little bit more. Dropped your water. And that is, if you hike 10 miles, you get to go have a cheeseburger afterwards.
Yeah,
with fries.
If you hike 9.99, you have not earned it. So Aaron and I have been known to circle cheeseburger establishments until we tick that mark.
And that's going to be our goal in Silverton.
Yeah.
I think this is snow. I think this is snow.
Oh, there's hail on the top of the GoPro.
Yep, snow chunks.
Oh yeah.
All right, Colorado, it's snowing on us.
There's a first. Oh, there's one I caught. Oh.
Colorado, what a cruel mistress. The weather on these mountains are so variable from
I was hot and sweaty on the way up.
Yeah, intense heat to intense wind to rain, and then it just like snows out of the blue when you're at 13,000 feet elevation.
Here we are in front of the historic railroad depot. All of the current operations of the railroad have moved over to Green Street, but this is a very picturesque picture of what it used to be. For the mining towns, the railroads were vital. And one of the things that Aaron and I would love to do if we were spending more days here is to take a ride on the steam train. You can take it from here in Silverton over to Durango. It goes through the San Juan Mountains, and it's very beautiful along the mountains. You don't have any access to cell phone. You have no access to Wi-Fi. It's strictly just cut off where you experience the mountains and the sounds of the steam train. It's 3.5 hours each way. So you really are in that ride for the journey itself. And then you get to your destination. You can explore either there in Durango or here in Silverton, depending on which city you're starting in, and then return back. It would be an all-day event. One of our local friends that lives here in Ouray suggested to take the train one way and then take the bus back to get you back quicker. So that's another option that we would probably do. But the train life is just really awesome, and anytime you see railroad tracks or hear those steam engines, it's really cool. And this is just fun to see even empty, and to just see the old building, and it's all kind of disheveled but still standing. So I think we'll go check out the operating depot as well so we can see what that is like. So Silverton is really cool because throughout the town you can see all of these old artifacts. You'll just find them randomly dropped, really quirky things to look at that give you a sense of what it was like back in the day. They used to mine silver and gold here, and the trains, the buildings, everything just reeks old history, and it's really fun to just come in and see how many things you can spot. On Main Street, which is Green Street, and you can see it is littered with rentals of side-by-side cars and also Jeeps. There are lots of Jeep trails where you can Jeep up San Juan, which is exactly what we were on yesterday on our hike. So we're going to continue down on Main Street to find that depot and maybe check out some of the restaurants that are on the street as well. strolled a few more blocks down Main Street, and even in just that short distance, you're starting to see the town waking up. People are emerging. You can start to smell the restaurants opening. Street workers are out, and we did find the hotel that you can get the train information from here in Silverton. It is much smaller operation than it is in Durango, so it is appointment made ticketing and information. So if you wanted to get tickets from Silverton, just call the phone number and they will help you figure that out. And from here, we're gonna go check out if we can see to get a quick bite to eat, because we want to get on the road before there's highway closures. So we have about 45 minutes to grab a bite, and I think we'll have some options because, like I said, we can start to smell some food and it's starting to smell really good. So let's go sniff around and see what looks best. We got a good insider tip about the Handlebars Saloon, and we're gonna see if we can get lunch here. It's just about 11:20, so I'd say it's prime time for lunch, and we can see people getting in line, so we should step into that and see if we can grab a bite here. Got a cozy spot to belly up to the bar. And we're lucky we got in because it is getting packed in here. The food looks pretty good, and the atmosphere in here is even better. It has this old time charm to it, like it has just the history feel, and you can picture like gunmen and brothel girls in here, which is pretty cool. And out front they park an old T-model, which is one of the owner's cars, Ken. So we're gonna dig in and eat while it's hot. And fun fact, we like to have Reubens everywhere we go. So anytime we see a Reuben on the menu, we get super excited, and we're always on the hunt to find the best Reuben in the country. So if you know of any good ones, let us know. And thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.